Hey there, welcome to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to set up and install Codex, the desktop app, on Linux. So it's currently only available for Windows and Mac, but since I'm running Debian, I want to figure out how to install the desktop app on my system so I don't always need to use the command line interface. And luckily, there is an unofficial GitHub over here. It's currently got around 1,600 stars for a desktop app for Linux, and it's relatively easy to set this up, it looks like. So in this tutorial, I just want to show you how to install this on Linux, and then I will have access to all of the features inside the desktop app on my Linux system. You can see over here on the official OpenAI developers page that you can install it for Mac OS and also for Windows, but obviously I rarely use Windows anymore. So I'm just going to come over to GitHub here. I'll leave a link in the description below. But before we get started with the tutorial, I would like to personally invite you to join my free AI Income Lab community on School. We've currently got almost 3,000 members inside the community. It's completely free to join, and then I also offer paid plans as well. You can take a look around the classroom to get access to all of the tutorials, courses, and resources, many of these also free. And go ahead and introduce yourself inside the community tab. We're getting new people joining every single day. Would love to see you inside the school community. Link in the description below. And we're just going to start installing this. So I'm just going to copy this one-line git clone command and come over to my projects directory, and that's just going to clone all the files, and then we can go ahead and cd into that. And from there, it looks like I just have to run this make command, make bootstrap native. So we're going to go ahead and run that. I should already have make installed. Just enter in our password, and that's just going to pull everything from apt, and it's going to start installing all of the packages that I need. As you can see, it's doing right now. And then we should be able to install it and run it on my Debian system with this make bootstrap active command right here. So we can see down here, here's all the different features that you get that are built into the desktop app. It's got the standard Codex Desktop UI, managed Linux Node.js runtime. It's got all the native packages here as well, and we can install those with make, package, and install. It's also got the auto update manager, the app image self-build, GUI install prompts, Linux manager integration, so we can easily update this anytime we want. Browser automations, multiple app instances, so I can create as many desktop app windows as I want. Linux computer use, which would be fun to try out, as well as Linux features frameworks, agent workspaces, wrapper updater button, a whole bunch of features built into this. So let's see if it's almost finished over here. It looks like it's downloading Electron, which it should already have. Let me just zoom in so the text is a little bigger. And now it's just installing all the Electron packages, WebView, bunch of stuff here. It's building the Chrome extension host, downloading a whole bunch more packages, compiling them. I'm not exactly sure how large this directory is. Let's come over here and do a DUH. It's about 1.4 gigabytes so far. So it should have everything that the normal Codex desktop app has that would run on Windows or Mac, but I can run it on Linux in this case. Another really nice thing about the desktop app that I don't have access to currently inside the terminal is that I can talk directly to it using my microphone. So right now I have to type everything in manually, which is a little bit tedious and time consuming. So it'll be nice to have a feature where I can just talk directly to it so I don't have to constantly be typing like I'm doing over here. So this thing is just like fixing up my search engine ranking performance on the website, and that'll help me rank for long tail keywords on Tube Analytics, which is my software as a service. So it is pretty easy to use the command line interface, and it's also very, very fast as well. But it will be nice to have the desktop app installed as well if I want to use it at any time. Okay, it's on the home stretch now, just finishing up and compiling and installing some more packages. And looks like it's installing Codex Chrome extension, and that should be it. It's building the Linux computer system. If I want to take actions on my computer, that should be built in directly to the Codex desktop app as well. So we can see over here inside GitHub, you can either turn this off or on if you don't want access to it. It's also got an MCP backend for the Linux computer. And then from here, once this is done, I should just be able to do a make install native, and then we'll have the Codex Desktop app running on Linux. So yeah, each one of these commands will just build and install in the default package manager for your Linux distro. That could be .dev, RPM, or Pacman if you're on Arch Linux. Just says up here, installation complete. And then it looks like I pretty much just have to run the shell script, which is inside my local directory for the Codex Desktop app. So we'll wait for this to finish. Looks like it's just creating the .dev file from all of the packages that it installed. And currently my CPU is at 99%, so this is quite resource intensive. It's doing a lot of building and compiling. CPU is completely maxed out, and I'm on a Lenovo IdeaPad, which is honestly not the fastest, and that's one of the reasons that I use Linux, because Linux just runs way faster than Windows in many, many ways. And honestly, if you're not using Linux for AI projects, then what are you doing, right? You should be using Linux because we've got everything built directly in over here. So I'd highly recommend making the switch over to Debian or maybe Ubuntu if you're building AI projects. It's like it's pretty much finished now. It's got the .dev file, which is going to install, and it's just asking for my root password. So we'll go ahead and enter that in. And now it says dpkg front end lock was locked. Oh, it's because I'm also installing some packages over here, which is now done. Looks like I'll need to do make install native. Or I could just do dpkg. Well, let's see if this works. It says all system dependencies found, removing existing install directory, and this should just go ahead and run this. Or I could also just run this command again because it had an error. So let's go ahead and just do a sudo dpkg, which is how you install .dev files, and that should just go ahead and install the desktop app as it's doing now. So Codex Desktop is unpacking. It's just setting up the Codex Desktop app, and we should be good to go. So I'm just going to type it in over here, and we'll see what this looks like. Because I use Codex all the time, this is my daily driver. So now we got it on the desktop. I'm also going to add it down here to the taskbar as well. There we go. That looks good. There's the desktop app running on Linux. Not exactly sure what's going on here. It looks a little bit funky. Maybe, there we go. And it's asking what type of work do I do, so I'm just going to say engineering. That's what I'm using Codex for. We can click continue. So this looks basically exactly the same as the Windows or Mac OS version of the desktop app. And now it's saying bring over your setup projects and recent chats, and it's recommending Claude Code, which I'm not really using so much anymore, but we'll just go ahead and import that. And select items to import. We can import the tools and setup, so that would include any skills and plugins as well. So I definitely want to import those. And boom, now we are inside the Codex Desktop app running on Debian Linux. How cool is this? So now from here it looks like we can personalize Codex, and right away I've got the microphone here, which is going to be very, very useful. So I could just click and hold here, and it should allow me to dictate. Then I also just want to go ahead and open up my folder for my project. Just going to go ahead and open up Tube Analytics, which is my software as a service. So we can open that up over here, and it's asking select settings to import. I'm going to go ahead and import everything. And now from here I should be able to use the microphone. Control-Shift-D. Maybe it's because I'm currently recording something as well. But I could just do a test. I could say, run a deep repository-wide security scan. I just say run a full site audit. And now it's going to pull in all the Codex security instructions, and we're just running one of the skills inside the Codex Desktop app on Linux to figure out if there's any things that I might want to fix up. And it has a history over here as well of all of the different commands inside the command line over here. So that's pretty nice to have. It's basically just saving everything that I'm doing inside the command line. And also now we have access to all the plugins as well. So Codex just recently announced a whole bunch of plugins which you can install, but you need the desktop app in order to use these. So luckily I have the desktop app now, and if I wanted to install, let's say Otter AI, I can just click on add plugin. It's going to add it in over here. And now I'll have access to that inside the desktop app. So that's pretty cool. And if we want to get started with that one, we should just be able to search for it over here. There it is. And now we can start using this particular plugin. All you have to do is click on try and chat, and then you can just message it right away. A deep security run over here as well on my project. So yeah, that's just a short tutorial showing how to set up the desktop app on Linux. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Please go ahead, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and also check out my school community. We've almost got 3,000 members over here. It's completely free to join. You could take a look around the classroom where I offer lots of courses, tutorials, and resources, most of these also free, and introduce yourself inside the community tab. We're getting new people joining every single day. Would love to see you inside the school community. Please go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And with that being said, take care, stay safe, peace from Thailand. See you in the next one. Signing off.